For 50 years, the wounds of Christ bled from his hands. Millions traveled across the world, hoping to see the mysterious priest whom many believed was already a living saint. Then, something extraordinary happened. Just hours before his death, the wounds suddenly disappeared. What happened during Padre Pio's final night has fascinated Christians for more than half a century. The year was 1968. Padre Pio was 81 years old. His body had become weak. Years of suffering, countless confessions, and constant prayer had taken their toll. Yet every morning, he continued celebrating the Holy Mass. Those who attended often noticed something remarkable. The elderly friar celebrated every Mass, as if he were standing at Calvary itself. His love for Jesus in the Eucharist never diminished. On September 22, thousands gathered once again at San Giovanni Rotondo. Few realized they were witnessing Padre Pio's final public Mass. He appeared exhausted. His voice was softer than usual, his movements slower, yet his eyes remained fixed upon Christ. As always, he prayed with profound reverence. Many later said, there was something different about him that morning. A quiet peace, almost as if he already knew. For decades, the stigmata had marked his body. The wounds had first appeared in 1918. Doctors examined them repeatedly. Scientists offered explanations. Believers saw them as a mysterious participation in Christ's passion. The wounds remained, year after year. But on that final day, something changed. The bleeding gradually stopped. The wounds closed. When those closest to him looked at his hands, only smooth skin remained. The signs that had accompanied him for half a century had disappeared. As evening arrived, Padre Pio became increasingly weak. The friars gathered around him. Some quietly prayed the rosary. Others remained in silent prayer. There was no panic, only peace. Throughout his entire priesthood, Padre Pio had urged people to pray. Pray, hope, and don't worry. Those words had comforted countless souls. Now, he lived them himself. During the night, he repeatedly whispered the names he had spoken throughout his life. Jesus, Mary. Witnesses remembered that his prayer never ceased. Even as his strength faded, his hands gently held a rosary, the same weapon he had carried every day. Around 2:30 in the morning, on the 23rd of September 1968, his breathing became quieter. The friars leaned closer. His final words were simple. Jesus, Mary. Moments later, Padre Pio peacefully surrendered his soul to God. The church bells soon announced the news. Within hours, thousands of people filled the streets. Many wept openly. They believed they had lost not only a priest, but a spiritual father. Pilgrims continued arriving from every direction, wanting only one last opportunity, to pray near the friar they loved. Years later, the church carefully investigated his life, his virtues, his miracles, his unwavering fidelity to Christ. In 2002, Pope John Paul II declared him a saint. Today, millions still visit San Giovanni Rotondo, not because Padre Pio sought fame, but because his life continues pointing people toward Jesus. His final hours revealed the same lesson he had preached every day. The wounds disappeared. The body grew silent. But faith remained. Hope remained. Love remained. History remembers extraordinary miracles. Heaven remembers something even greater. A humble priest who spent his entire life leading souls to Christ. And when his own journey ended, he simply whispered the two names, he loved most, Jesus and Mary.